Hello, Geneva. I'm Mayor Kevin Burns, and this is Business Beat. I'm joined by the co-owner of Carlson's Floors, Lisa Carlson. Lisa, thanks for having us.
Thanks for coming.
Oh, it's great to see you again.
Yeah, good to see you too.
Yeah, we're here at the Carlson's Floors headquarters.
Yes.
And this is where it all happens, main showroom. And you've been, now the history of Carlson's Floors is legendary. And I was just visiting with Mr. Carlson back in the room. So when he started the business, how many years ago was that?
It's been 48 years.
48 years. Isn't that something?
Yeah, and in the early 80s, this was a gas station.
Right.
And my parents bought the gas station, and they've built on the location ever since then.
That's incredible.
And my brother and I have been involved for a little over 30 years apiece. So
that's amazing. So the commute for your mom and dad was from McKinley over to here. That's a good commute.
Yep. Yep.
Wow. And you worked here, I would assume, growing up.
Yes, it started in my parents' basement.
Is that right?
Yeah, we had to pick up all our toys before people came over to sell carpeting. So they started out in the seamless flooring business, and then from there graduated to carpeting.
No kidding.
And then probably in the mid-80s, we became a little more, the area was growing.
Of course.
Interest rates were double digits, so people were staying where they're at.
Oh, I remember
so
that.
a lot of our business was built on remodel business.
Got it.
And so that's how their business really grew at this location.
Okay.
And then from there, through the years, we aligned ourselves with International Design Guild, which is a little more of a design, fashion-driven association.
Now, was that your idea?
It was a family idea.
A family idea, very diplomatic.
Yeah. And so from that, we become a little more design-driven.
Okay.
We have 3 designers on staff, and we can have the national buying power, so we can still bring value to the customer also.
So you participate in the IDG's national and is it international scope as well?
They're in Canada, yes.
They are, okay.
There's about 100 of our stores nationwide. Wow. So we have the national buying power, but then at the same time, if we find a product that we feel meets our market, we can still bring it in, and we're not limited by a corporate saying that. You know,
got it. So do you offer the exclusivity of certain product lines, or do you provide anything and everything?
We have some exclusive product lines also, but I also have the basic beige carpeting because that's what my parents built the business on.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So that's a mainstay.
Yeah, that's, you know, we can always value engineer back to that basic beige.
Oh, isn't that interesting?
So, but, and then we also, in the last few years, we've seen a lot of commercial. We've been doing a lot of Main Street commercial and contract business with local commercial. Yeah. So we actually have 2 people who handle just commercial business also.
Is that right?
Out of our other location, our warehouses.
Yeah, off of Kesslinger there.
Yeah.
Yeah, just due west of here, the warehouse number 2.
Yes.
And that's where your brother is today.
Yes.
He's hanging out there, keeping an eye on
He hangs there,
things.
I hang here.
Smart move,
Works
man.
good.
It works well, doesn't it? That's how you're so close to it. I like that. So when I walk into Carlson's Floors, I see the product.
Right.
On the floor, of course. And of course you have rugs.
Yes.
You have the hardware for the doors and your partnership is Siegel.
Yes.
So it's really a one-stop shop.
Yes. A few years ago, we created a store within a store type concept and had Siegels come in, so we can offer the one-stop shop.
Okay.
They offer cabinetry and countertops, and then we have all the everything else for flooring needs. So.
I met a gentleman in the back who's building a home in Elgin.
Oh, okay.
And he's here looking for the flooring.
Okay, yeah.
Now, that's not unique, is it? Because the reputation of Carlson's Floors is such that it's throughout the Fox Valley, not just Geneva.
Right, yes.
That's pretty neat.
I'd say the majority of our customers come within a 15-mile radius of the store, but we have done work in downtown Chicago. If people have homes down there or condos down there. We've done home work for people up in Lake Geneva if they have a summer home.
Sure.
So, you
See, I have a home in Chicago and Lake Geneva.
Okay.
No, I don't.
No problem.
I actually live in my car. Do you guys provide carpeting for the cars?
Sure.
Yeah, awesome, that's great. So why is Carlson's Floors so unique? It's obviously a competitive industry.
Yes.
What makes you stand apart?
Well, we have designers on staff to help you with the design selection, and we have a lot of knowledge, the product selection that we have.
Sure.
And so, and the service. I think the installers that we have, I would consider them to be craftsmen.
Oh, that's
you know,
neat.
they take a lot of pride in their work. They've worked for us for a long time.
Neat.
And so, and we stand behind our workmanship, even if the the product that we've sold you, if the company does not stand behind it, we still stand behind that.
And that's helped build the Carlson's reputation.
Correct.
So 48 years strong and still going.
Right.
And that's what it's all about.
Yep.
Because your name is behind it.
Yes.
And that's imperative.
Yep.
Awesome.
Right.
Let's continue around the store, and we'll show you even more here at Carlson's Floors. Okay, we're here at the Market Collection area.
Yeah, this is a collection called the Market Collection by Sonoma Tile Makers. They're out of California, wine country.
Of course.
You know.
Do you serve wine
That's
here
why
as
we
well,
love
Lisa?
it. No, I don't.
No comment?
No comment. But what's great about this collection is it's offered in stone, tile, metals, glass, all different sizes. They're designed to mix and match. And it makes it very easy to create a backsplash or shower.
And it's for all areas of the home.
Yes. We do a lot of backsplashes in kitchens, but a lot helps with your bathroom design as well. So, but it makes it easy to coordinate everything.
So as an uneducated consumer, if I come in and say, you know, I really love this backsplash, I'd love to do that. Will your designer say, let's talk about it and see what else is in the home, so that it matches appropriately, whatever?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll talk about your countertops, your cabinets, your flooring, you know, the joining areas, paint colors, all that type of thing.
And of course, this display has to reflect the style and the spirit of what you're trying to accomplish. So are you in charge of the display?
As far as
the way it looks and all, or is it?
Yes, we work together as a
just putting
team.
Things on the wall.
Right, I work together with our designers in the showroom to make sure that they enjoy what they're selling, because you have to like what you have in order to sell it. So I get a lot of input from my staff as far as what products should.
Has anyone ever said, Lisa, can I go to your house and check it out?
Yes, but I always tell them that my house is the last house.
That's always the case, isn't it? It's like a professional organizer. They're disorganized.
Right.
Yeah, I love that.
I'm busy doing everyone else's homes, so.
Now the tiles come back with a vengeance, hasn't it? People love to do their backsplashes again. Why is that?
Yeah, artisan tile.
Is it
probably
just like
creativity, maybe. You know, and natural products are very popular right now, also.
Very much so.
So, you know, you can. If people are deciding, a lot of people close to my age or so, you know, they're just our age. Yeah, they're trying to decide. You know, they're going to stay where they're at, or they're going to fix it up the way they want it. So they are going to fix it up and not necessarily worry about resale purposes. So
they want to enjoy the home they're in.
They want to enjoy the home that they're in. They decide to stay there.
Exactly.
So, and a lot of people are taking out in bathrooms. A lot of them had built-in jacuzzis. They're taking those out. They're putting in stand-alone tubs. So
that makes sense.
So that's a very common thing that we're seeing today.
What's the biggest challenge? Is it the empty home that's not yet even touched, or is it the remodel?
There's a lot more details involved in remodeling.
There is, isn't there? Because sometimes it's like, let's just start over and buy something different.
Right. Yeah, it can sometimes be like exploratory surgery, because you don't know if you're tearing out things, you just don't know what you're going to run into.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So.
Wow. Yeah. My girlfriend and I bought a home on Caneville in the old Van Thurnhout home.
Oh, okay.
And there's a lot of exploratory surgery.
Right. Yeah.
Beautiful home.
Right.
And it's like, wow.
Right.
Yeah, it's interesting. But to your point, some of the product out there is dated.
Correct.
And it needs to be revitalized.
Right.
And this is where you come.
Right.
Well, that's really cool.
Yeah. So we have this, you know, we have our TV up here. We try to show you a portfolio of some of the work that we've done and kind of help with our designers and what they've done.
That's very neat. So I can come in and say, I love that. And then your designers will say, well, here's how it works, here's how we're going to do it, and what have you.
Yep.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Well, I don't know if you want to talk about design trends in tile right now. Okay.
Because I want to get some ideas.
Okay. Well, one of the big trends right now is like a 12 by 24 size tile. This is really popular. All natural looks like this. And then you have your real wood, but this is tile that's designed to look like wood.
Oh, sure.
In fact, we're putting something like this in a home in downtown Geneva right now in their sunroom.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. So.
I understand a lot of physicians' offices will use this type of product as well, because it's easy to clean.
Yeah.
Yet it looks warm and inviting.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. And so those are some of the, as you can see, concrete kind of looks. We still sell natural stone, but a lot of people are tending to go with porcelains because the tile manufacturers are just getting so realistic in making their product look like a natural stone.
And is porcelain less expensive than the natural?
It's less expensive. It's easier to maintain, so you don't have the sealing and involve the maintenance aspect. So people are not wanting to
spend the extra.
Do the maintenance too.
Well, what about a do-it-yourselfer? So I come in and Jessica and your team recommends whatever. And I want to do all the grouting myself. Do you kind of cringe and think, oh God, help us all?
No, actually we sell a lot of what I call cash and carry tile. You know, a lot of people come in and say, you know, I'm doing this area, and we help them figure out how much they need, or they maybe have their own installer. So we do sell a lot of just tile also.
Okay, got it.
But we're also a full service. We've actually been starting to do some bathroom remodels where, you know, we're just changing out existing vanities and tubs and showers and not moving walls.
Those are always the last things to go, aren't they?
Right, yeah.
It's like all the peach and all the... Yeah, it's like, God.
So, but no, that's not a problem at all. We sell a lot of that.
I've just offended all the peach color lovers in the world, so I apologize.
Right. So, you know, this is a kind of a brick look. The octagon type shape is very popular. Glass tile is very popular right now also.
Well, it makes the room feel bigger and look bigger, right?
Yep. Yep. So natural products are the glass. It's really popular right now also.
And allegedly that's pretty easy to install if you want to do it yourself, right?
Possibly. You have to make sure you have the right notch trowel. You don't want to have your trowel marks showing through.
Oh, that's true.
On the back. So you have to make sure you use the right setting material and the right notch trowel. So
are you pretty handy yourself then?
No.
No. Another admission here from Lisa Carlson, folks. That's awesome.
So,
we got busy customers coming back and forth. That's a good sign.
And then subway tiles are very popular.
Very popular.
Right. And you can see that they come in a lot of different sizes here, the larger sizes. So it's not just the 3x6 tile anymore. It's, so very classic look. Grout joints, sometimes they'll use like a light colored tile, but then they'll use a gray, you know, a darker grout joint to make it pop it.
Yeah, got it.
Yep.
Well, that's pretty cool. And you're seeing tiles not just on backsplashes, not just in sunrooms or laundry rooms, but really throughout the house.
Yeah, and even today, I was just listening to a designer speaking about how they will take, like if you want to put a wood look plank on the floor. Sometimes people will just take it up the wall. We're doing people's like an accent wall in a foyer or a living room where you maybe want to mount a TV on, bedroom walls, that type of accent walls.
Now with design changing all the time, how do you stay relevant?
Well, you just have to, we have a big sample expense, you know.
Got it.
You know, we have to make sure that we keep current on things and, you know, there's turnover in our samples quite a bit.
So shag carpeting is really not in anymore.
Well, yeah, it is.
Oh my God, it is. Shag carpeting's in. Come down to Carlson's.
Maybe not the colors.
Yeah, maybe not the green that we had and the orange.
Right.
Well, speaking of floor coverings, you have an extraordinary collection of rugs.
Yes.
Let's go take a look at the rugs here at Carlson's Floors. So we're in the rugs and carpets. So it's more than just flooring per se. It's what you put on the floor that also matters.
Right.
So I can choose the tile, I can choose the wood, and you're going to help me choose the appropriate rug.
Right.
Or even carpeting in the adjacent room to match.
Right.
How do you do that? There's so many choices.
There are a lot of choices, and sometimes when our customers come in, they can be a little bit overwhelmed. But
I bet.
I mean, we can show them the rugs that we have on the rack here, but also we do a lot of fabricating of rugs. So any any broadloom carpet, like if someone wanted a room size rug of this, we can fabricate that.
Oh, no kidding.
So we do a lot of fabricating of rugs. So if you don't see what you like here, there's a lot of pattern goods, not just solid goods, that can be fabricated into rugs. So
well, that's it. Now, is carpeting still popular, but not throughout the home?
Well, wood has really grown a lot, but what happens is once people have wood floors, they want to put rugs on top of them.
Yeah, isn't that something?
Yeah.
So, I want to warm the room up.
Yeah.
So how do you do that?
Right, and so
that's a big choice.
Yeah. So, but we have Karastan area rugs here. We have some hand knotted rugs. I have machine made rugs, hand tufted rugs. So there's a large assortment. We're seeing where Even though we are a very traditional market
Sure.
here, I do have traditional rugs here. We're seeing a little more of a transitional, a little more contemporary look in rugs, and thus that's why we have the Monet rug, as you call it.
So design is kind of like a pendulum. It kind of swings back and forth.
We were just at the market in January.
And what is the market?
The Surfaces Market out in Vegas and the World Market.
Oh, really?
And we also went to the World Market Design Center. So that's kind of where we see the design trends. So a lot of blues, greens are coming out, so you can see that in the rugs.
Indeed.
And it does take a while for it to hit the Midwest. We're one of the last areas to come around.
Because we're hard to change kind of thing? Is that right?
So, but that's where we kind of go and keep up on the current trends.
And you're there every year, I presume?
Yes, I do. Yep.
Have you ever experienced what's popular in the world market and you know instinctively, this isn't going to sell?
Right.
Okay.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I mean, there's urban feel, there's still the suburban feel.
Right.
But there's a lot of that eclectic look.
Right.
And you serve the eclectic market.
Yeah, that we're trying to show a little bit of everything for everybody. So, and then we also have designers that will shop here, and some of the products that are a little more design driven. So,
wow, that's really neat.
People.
So I come in and I don't know what to do, and you can help me from every step of the way.
Yes.
That's neat.
Yep. And then we also have JC Licks next door that can help with the paint.
The paint, yeah, it's
so
good
a lot
stuff.
of times we get involved in helping with paint selections too.
So they'll bring in their sample and say,
or we have paint charts here that will help.
Oh, you
them.
do?
Yeah.
I was just going to ask you that question about the collaboration with the other retailers in town. Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, we like to work with them.
Absolutely.
As best we can.
That's great. Well, 48 years in the business, my God, you know everybody.
Almost.
We're going to continue over here at Carlson's floor, so stick with us. When I think of rugs and I think of the word construction, they seem almost incongruous. But there is a different way to construct a rug.
Right.
Can you share with us a little bit about those differences?
This is an example of a hand-knotted rug, so you can see a lot of the fine detail here. Basically, they have a canvas with the pattern on it, and they have a tool, and they would basically tuft that pattern into the canvas. And then you can see the silk highlights that are in here. And it helps, you know, depending on the pattern and the type of wool that's used also, you get a definition, and that kind of helps the design of the rug. And then they put a backing on it, like a monk's cloth backing on it. So
a monk's cloth?
That's just a back cloth backing.
It's not literal.
No. So they just do that, and so there's different types of different levels of hand tufted rugs. This would probably be on the medium to higher end because you can see the definition and the detail.
Now in the old days, and maybe it's still the same, but natural sunlight tended to fade rugs. That's not so much the case anymore, is it? Because of the way they're constructed, or is there always that risk?
Well, this is a wool, so wool is any carpet's gonna fade with a lot of direct sunlight.
Got it,
So, yeah.
It's a beautiful piece. So this is the tufted style.
Correct. And then another style that you'll see, this is probably a lot quicker to do, but you'll also see hand knotted. So this is an example of a hand knotted rug. So each individual square here is basically gone through and tied individually.
No kidding.
So you have your warp and your weft, and so this fringe is actually a part of the rug.
I went to school with kids named Warp and Weft. They were not popular.
So, so depending on the size of the stitch, the quality of the wool, that's what would go into a hand knotted rug.
Now, obviously, the obvious difference to me, being uneducated, is the backing's here. Why is there not backing there?
Because this is a part of the rug. Everything is all congruent. It's all the same piece, so it's going to perform well for you. And actually, over in India and stuff, it's like farming in our country here. It's a tradition that's passed on in the family. And actually, it really is, you know, an art form. And unfortunately, with factories being built up in these third world countries, a lot of those families are finding that going to the factory is going to make more money for them than doing the hand knotted rugs.
So can you, as an expert, see a rug and notice the style based on region?
I don't quite have that expertise. Probably more of the construction. A little bit, yeah. There's other people in the area. King's Mill in Wasco.
Oh, sure, yeah.
He really has some beautiful
Isn't that something?
rugs. Yeah.
So when you walk into someone's house, though, do you say, oh, tufted?
I don't think it's a bad thing. I just look at the rug and
I'd be
everywhere I go, I look at the floor.
I was going to say, it'd be tough to have you in my house. Burns, those tiles don't match. The rug's tufted and
it'd be like my house. My house is the last house, so it's not.
Yeah, what the heck, man. And of course, you have the traditional, which is kind of cool. Not traditional, but the funky stuff.
Yeah, this is a machine-made rug.
Okay.
Wow. It's a deal at $250.
It is a deal. My goodness.
Yeah. So.
That looks very urban to me.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of brick and steel and what have you.
It'd be great for a boys' room, though, or
it would be great.
You know, a play area for the kids in the basement.
A finished basement, exactly.
And this is kind of more of a natural sisal kind of look.
Oh, I love that.
Available in all these different colors.
Oh, wow.
So.
This is great for like a sunroom.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep. So.
That's cool.
And then kind of a flat weave. This pattern's
very popular now.
Yeah, was designed, this collection, by Genevieve Gorder, who's on the HGTV show, I believe.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah.
Yep. So.
Well, that begs the question. So I'm at home watching HGTV, and I'm inspired to get a lot of customers to say, "Oh my God, I saw this."
I've seen this on HGTV. Yeah.
Is that right?
Well, or they come in and they know what they want to look for at that point. And then another popular thing is House. H-O-U-Z-Z.
Oh God, I have that app on my phone.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, we're on the House. You can follow us on House. So.
Well, I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
That's addictive too, isn't it? You can sit there all night and look at that. It's amazing. See, I like this piece because it's simple.
Yep.
And it goes with everything.
Right. Very classic look.
Very classic.
So, and then here's some of your shags.
Oh yeah.
These are machine-made rugs. So these are.
And that's ideal for a finished basement because it provides the warmth and it's obviously durable, I would assume.
For a bedroom.
Hides all the stains.
Yep. Yep. So, and that's just a machine-made woven rug.
Okay.
So.
Very cool.
So, and then we have a lot of, I think, we carry Karastan broadloom carpets. So if you need your upstairs bedrooms done or the living room and dining room, we carry a large assortment of main mills here, basically. It used to be several years ago, there was like 300 carpet mills, and they've, over the years, have evolved down to maybe a top 5.
Is that right?
And then there's also some what I call boutique carpet mills, which we have their samples here also.
Okay.
So.
Are most of the mills still located
in Georgia?
Oh, southeast.
Yeah, the U.S. is one of the biggest manufacturers at this time of broadloom carpeting. So.
Interesting.
And then I think another thing that probably separates us from a lot of dealers in the area is the fact that we have a lot of wool carpeting.
Right.
And so being natural products are real popular right now. Wool carpeting is designed to last, a quality wool carpet, for 30 years. So.
Is that right?
So it's kind of like a pair of jeans, you wear it out.
Right.
Where with the synthetics, they mat and crush and ugly out. So normally the reason people go to
like the suits I wear.
Right. So
thank you for recognizing that.
So normally the reason that people go to replace their carpet is because it's matting and crushing and ugling out. It's not that it's worn out. So with wool, you will get will almost wear a hole out in it.
Oh, that's interesting. Well, here I have a weird question for you. Are there any carpets or rugs that are hypoallergenic?
Well, wool technically is.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, there are people that they have tested it and they said it is there's no reason to be allergic to it.
Got it. Okay.
So possibly in clothing it's something different because I have had customers come in and say, "Oh, I can't have that." But
got it.
Wood is actually the best. If you have a lot of allergies, probably wood installation would be the best.
That's fascinating.
So, but. So we have a lot of staircase runners that we do also.
Those are still popular.
Yes.
It quiets everything down.
Yep. So you can see over here, we can do staircase runners, upper hallways, coordinating area rugs. We do a lot of that. So, and that's still very popular today. So.
I bet it is.
And little more contemporary looking patterns.
I like that. That's nice.
Yeah, they're best type thing.
I mean, really, to some extent, thank goodness design trends change frequently.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Our industry, from when I joined 30 years ago, it's
30 years Lisa's been here, folks.
It's become more of a fashion industry. You know,
That's true.
It really is. It's not.
It's statement.
It's not a staple. You know,
right.
I have to have it, but it's more of a fashion industry.
Well,
it's much more design driven. Well, like for example, I just had a conversation yesterday with a rep that we're seeing plaids
really
in Paris and fashion and we're seeing plaids coming out in carpeting too. So
I had plaid in my parents' basement, and oh my God!
So that just gives you.
It speaks to the adage that if you hold on to it long enough, it comes back.
Right. Yeah.
Oh my God!
So you buy wool and plaid.
Buy wool and just stick with it. I love it.
Yeah. So we do sell a lot of wool, and a lot of the wool samples that you see in our showroom, you would also find for designers down at the Mart too.
Okay.
So that kind of shows you.
That's really. Yeah. So this is world-class quality right here in downtown Geneva.
Yes.
That's really cool. That's really cool. We've come full circle throughout Carlson's floors. We've seen the market corner with the tile and the manufactured wood and the wood. We've seen the rugs and the carpeting. And now we're back standing over my friend, which is very exciting. This reminds me of my days when we had to forage for food in Pepper Valley.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that was exciting. As we wrap up, we're standing in front of some beautiful pieces, or samples, I should say. And these are reflective of what portion of the house? I mean, really anything, right? Anything,
really, yeah. Lot in the kitchen and bathroom, mainly.
They look like exit pieces. So you'd see like one interspersed with other tile?
Correct.
Interesting.
Yep.
Wow.
And
can you manufacture a tile of something that I particularly want? Like I don't know, like an Irish logo of some kind.
I'm sure we could for a price.
Cool.
Anything for a price.
You heard it here first, folks. Yeah, that's what he said. It's like. So tell us where you're located, your phone number, the website.
Okay. We're located at 728 West State Street in Geneva. Our phone number is 630-232-4964. Our website is www.carlsonsfloors.com. You can find us on Facebook and House. And,
I love the house.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But I normally on Facebook we try to post new things that have arrived at the store, and then on our website you can see some of the local charities and stuff that we're involved in supporting also.
Well, you're a true community partner. I know that.
Right.
And that's great. And I think that helps obviously the success of the store.
Right.
So congratulations. And thank you very much for having us.
Thanks for coming.
That was awesome.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye-bye. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This has been Business Beat. We'll see you soon.